Today we're talking about posing. For some, it might come easy. This video is for those who need a little help. So how do you pose? Are you someone who practices in front of a mirror, but are unsure what to do once a camera is pointed at you? Have you discovered a single pose that you look best in, but all your pictures look the same, just in a different colored shirt? Here's some tips to improve your posing. First, try not to be self-conscious. You need to be comfortable around cameras. Don't be afraid about looking bad. Trust that your photographer won't share the ones that make you look bad. They don't want people to see those either. Next, build a repertoire of go-to poses. A good starting point is copying the poses of others, not the ones of influencers on social media. You want to copy poses with a legacy. Grab a history book or visit a museum. Take note of poses that you see. The ancient Greeks and great masters of the Renaissance created renowned works of art using poses that are still in use today. You'll discover that variations of these poses have been used throughout history in the fine arts and in photography. Let's take a look at a few of them. Ad Locutio. Congratulations on conquering that neighboring kingdom. We need to celebrate this victory with a giant statue. Lean a little as you rest your body weight on one leg. Now raise your right arm and point with your index finger. This pose might look a little dated since few of us are going to be leading a chariot charge. But imagine you've got a hard hat on, a shovel in your other hand, and you're pointing at a pile of rubble. We now have a photo for the newspaper with the headline, "Evil developer has change of heart after watching dance contest and promises to rebuild youth center." Contrapposto. If you're asked to stand in place, you might stand at attention, like a soldier or being weighed at the doctor's office. Most of the time, this isn't how people stand. A more natural way to stand is how you stand while waiting in line. Shift your weight to one leg. This leg is more rigid, and the free leg is more relaxed or slightly bent. The torso, shoulders, and head lean away from the supporting leg, creating an S shape. Sculptors and painters found this to be a more flattering pose. Figura serpentinata. You might need a chair for this extreme lounging about pose. Twist your lower body in one direction and your upper in another. See, now you're all coiled like a serpent. Not a very natural pose for a human, but it is a dramatic one. Odelisk. You'll be laying down for this lounging about pose. Recline on your side. You can be facing forward or more often showing your back with your head looking at the viewer. Venus pudica was a common pose for women in art. From either a standing or reclining position, place one hand over the crotch and another over the chest. In this pose, the figure wanting to be modest is covering themselves. That in turn draws more attention to one's sexuality by their attempt to conceal it. Some of these poses are more associated with masculine bodies and others with feminine ones. That doesn't mean you can't mix and match. Try using variations of these poses. It's all right to vary the degree in which you lean or raise your arm. Classical poses like these provide a good foundation, helpful in any situation. If they're good enough for all of history, chances are they're good enough for the photographer and you. Bye!